everybody.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our second Facebook Live. I'm Linda McDougall.
And I'm Ashley Bully.
And we're really happy that you joined us.
Tonight we're going to talk about something a little more serious. We're going to talk about redefining the F word. And perhaps not the F word that you're thinking. We're going to be unpacking failure. So maybe you yourself are sitting at home and you failed your NCLEX or your CPNRE exam, or perhaps somebody close to you, a coworker, somebody you know. Please like and share this video. Private message it to people that you know are struggling. It's a topic we're so passionate about. It's so near and dear to our hearts. So we're just going to unpack this, be completely real about it, share our experience with students. Stay tuned till the end of the video because we will have a discount code for you. We're going to take questions at the end of the session, so feel free to comment, throw up your name, tell us where you're from, and any questions you have, we will address them at the end of the video. So we like to talk about the term failure itself as the F word. We wrote a blog on redefining failure, and we talk a lot in that blog about how failure is often associated with some negative connotations but can be attributed to other F words such as facts. So lack of content knowledge, lack of reviewing that core nursing content. Fear is another F word that contributes to failure. Were you emotionally ready, or were you terrified when you sat down in that chair to write your NCLEX or your CPNRE? Fundamentals. So if you completed a 4-year graduate degree for registered nursing, did you revisit those fundamental skills you learned in year 1 and year 2? Or in the RPM program, LPN program, in year 1, did you go back to year 1, and review those fundamental skills? Fairness, right? There is a level of fairness associated to writing the NCLEX or the CPNRE. So we're really going to dig down deep and talk about our experience with graduates and redefining this F word and what we've seen it do to people. We have a whole lot to say about that. So maybe we're speaking right to you here who's watching.
There are thousands of people who have not succeeded on this exam, whether it's the first attempt or the third attempt or the 6th attempt. I know that differs depending on what country you live in. We're here to tell you that you are not alone. What commonly we do see is that when there is an unsuccessful attempt, graduates often isolate themselves. They lock themselves away, and they suffer from feelings of predominantly shame. We're here to tell you that it's very important to come out of that closet. Closets are no place to stay. It's important to come out. I know quite a bit about shame because I've been looking into that concept for several years now because it is a focus of my graduate work. One of the common shame management strategies that happen is that we attack ourselves. When we feel that we have been found out to not be possibly intelligent enough to pass this exam, we feel that emotion of shame. And you cannot write this exam from a place of shame, this feeling that I am bad. We need to move through that and get to the other side of that, to come out of the closet and to be with others, to successfully mount your courage in order to try again. We have helped so many individuals just like you.
I just want to talk a tiny bit about how we have seen this completely destroy people. Shame is a small 5-letter word, but it has a really big impact on how people speak to themselves, their affect with those around them that they love. We have seen it completely tear graduates apart. We've seen people forfeit their place in this profession and give up completely because of this 5-letter word. We've seen people graduate the nursing program after 4 years and 2 years and fail. And remember, we're redefining that F word, but fail and completely forfeit their place in nursing and never attempt again. They just move on, they get a job perhaps as anything, right? And just forget about the fact that they I would venture to say perhaps suffered through 2 to 4 years of nursing school, all of that effort, all of that time, all of that money. And because of that emotion of shame, they forfeit it and they let it defeat them. And we're here to tell you that the fact that you weren't successful on your first attempt does not define your value as a nurse. Let's talk a little bit about the bedside versus the book smart nurse. That's how I like to put it. And I often teach this to students of mine. Go back to when you were a patient and you had no nursing knowledge. Which nurse did you want taking care of you? The nurse who knew everything in a textbook, or the nurse that could come to the bedside and change somebody's life in 5 minutes? Because you can do that. That is the gift we give as nurses, right? We can change people's lives through the way that we are at the bedside. Do you think that these exams determine your ability to change somebody's life? Absolutely not. This does not define whether or not you're going to be a gift to this profession, right? Let's remember facts, fairness, fear, fundamentals, right? None of that has anything to do with your value as a nurse. We've seen people hiding, being dishonest with loved ones around them about whether or not they've succeeded on this exam. And it doesn't have to be that way. It does not have to be that way. You're not alone. There's so many people out there like you. You will never be asked in a nursing interview how many attempts it took you to succeed on your registration exam. That will never, ever come up in a nursing interview. And if it does, you can talk about how it doesn't define your value as a nurse, about what is actually special about you as a nurse. And that is the fact that you can go to somebody's bedside and you can change their life with how you are with your patients, okay? Rise up, come out of that closet, come out of the darkness and into the light, and find yourself and find your place in this profession, because there is a place for you in this profession. You might be sitting there thinking, oh, well, it's easy for Linda and Ashley to come up here and talk about this. They're professors and they're so distinguished. Is that the right word? I almost said extinguished. And they're so distinguished. No, it's not easy for me to say. I'm not just sitting up here talking about this, without having gone through it. I've been there. I've sat in that chair and I've thought that this exam determined my value. And not necessarily just my value. It was bigger than that for me. It was about the future of my family and the financial sacrifices of 4 years of my education riding on that exam. I felt like the whole future of my entire family, the lives of my children, rode on my success in that exam. So I know exactly how you feel, because I felt the same way. I was successful on my first attempt, but let me tell you, I was absolutely terrified not to be. So I know exactly how you're feeling, all of the questions you're asking yourself, right? You're just psyching yourself out with the what if I'm not successful. And you know what? What if you're not? What if you're not?
Yeah. Why would Ashley and I, two individuals who have full-time jobs and are both in graduate school, why would we embark on this project? Two words really come to mind. We care. We care deeply about your success. We're educators. We have been in your shoes. We have faced our own F words. And really, it started for me about 10 years ago when I started to teach, and students and graduates would find me as they became unsuccessful writing the registration exam. And I started meeting students in my backyard on weekends, on evenings, to mentor and coach and empower them. This is the last step towards your destiny, towards where you should be. And Ashley and I do not want one step to stop you. We care about you. We care about you being beside vulnerable patients that are waiting for you. That's why we're doing this. That's why we're here. And it's so important for you to know that it is about being where you need to be, right? Meeting that last goal. That's why we're here.
And we've seen, although you may not realize it now, and it's impossible to realize it now, but we've seen graduates use their experience with failure in so many positive ways. So many positive ways, which you cannot possibly comprehend right now. But we've seen it. We've seen it after the fact, how they've then been able to help others through their own experience. And we don't want you to forget that you have so much success to celebrate already, right? Remember how jubilant you felt when you got accepted into nursing school, right? That was a big day. And then when you passed that exam, when you passed that test, when you passed your skills test, when you passed your clinical, right? All of these positive experiences. Don't forget to celebrate that success. You graduated nursing school. You are worthy of a place in this profession. And we believe very, very deeply that anybody who passes nursing school deserves to become a nurse, right? It's attainable because you've already proven it, right? You've already earned it. It's just one last hoop you have to jump through, and you can't let one hoop define the entire obstacle course, right? That you just got through. So don't forget that. Now, one thing we want to talk about as well is what makes us different. What makes empowerment nursing different? Well, first of all, as Linda already said, we care. And when I say we care, I mean we really, authentically, deeply, deeply care. We know that you can purchase a textbook anywhere. We know that you can purchase a test question bank anywhere. When you purchase Empowerment Nursing, though, you're getting me and you're getting Linda. You're not getting, although we're a corporation, you're not getting a corporate company that you have no personal relationship to you. We stand by you. We believe in you. We're there with you through your entire journey. We answer your questions personally. We post test questions ourselves. They're not from any bank. We write blog posts. These are our words, our authentic words from me and from Linda. We text you an empowering message when you walk in to write your registration exam. We meet with you. We support you. If you've been unsuccessful, we stay with you through that entire time. So the difference is that it's personal. It's personal and it's passionate, and it's what we are authentically meant to do. We feel so driven to do this. You wouldn't believe how many people say to us, like, are you two, right? How do you have the time? Because Linda's in her PhD and I'm summing up my master's. So we really have to love and be so passionate about this to devote ourselves to it. And I mean wholeheartedly devote ourselves to it. And living by the principles and the values that Empowerment Nursing promotes. There's a reason why our name is N-Powerment Nursing, right? There's a reason for that. So when you purchase Empowerment Nursing, you're purchasing us, is what you're purchasing. You may be wondering what our t-shirts are all about. We've had a lot of people ask us, what are these shirts about that you guys are always wearing? This stands for What Would Florence Do? Or as I like to call her, Flo Knight. And Linda, as you can see, says one nurse. So let's just tell you about why that is. Why are we wearing these shirts?
Well, it's our philosophy, and it comes, of course, from Florence Nightingale, our inspiring leader, really, one of our first leaders. And these are her words. Let us run the race where all may win, rejoicing in their successes as our own, and mourning their failures wherever they are as our own. We are all one nurse.
Isn't that amazing? Like, Flo Knight, you were so wise beyond your years. So this is what we authentically believe in. There's a train going by if you can't hear it. This is what we authentically believe in, and these are the words that we live by and our founding philosophy of Empowerment Nursing. We do rejoice in your success right along with you. It brings us incredible joy when we get messages from students. We do mourn in your failure right along with you. But we won't stop believing in you until you start believing in yourself. And that really is what we're all about. We do have a complete course textbook. This isn't about promoting this, but we do have a complete content textbook cue card package. You can see all about the products on our website at www.n-powermentnursing.com. There will be a discount code associated to this Facebook Live. The discount code is SUMMER17, and you can apply that at the checkout to get a $50 discount on our program. Our program not only gives you this entire course in terms of the textbook and the cue card package, but we teach it. And we teach it in fun, what we think is fun and fantastic ways. But what is most valuable is the feedback of those that have taken our program and succeeded through our program. So check out the testimonials on our website. Ask anybody on our Facebook page what their experience was, because we're pretty confident in that. Please like and share this video. Send it to anybody you know who's struggling. Throw it up in your graduate nursing group page, because you never know who's out there hiding in a closet that needs help, that needs support, that needs somebody to open the door and help them climb out and redefine their value and find themselves again. So if you haven't already, visit our website, follow our Facebook page. We do post blogs regularly on our website as well as through our Facebook page, and test questions. So now we'll just open up if you want to let us know where it is you're from, where you're watching from. If you have any questions, post them in the comments, and we'll take questions through our beautiful assistant Mel here if you have any questions. Any question you want to pose, any question about our program, how we came to be, our experience with graduates.
You can look at our blogs, because we do have several blogs on this topic. There's a blog on shame that specifically relates to what we're talking about tonight as well.
Samantha wants to know where she can buy one of your shirts.
Absolutely. Funny you should ask that. We are actually launching the storefront of these shirts and more. Empowerment Affirmations is going to be coming probably within the next week or two. We'll address that in another Facebook Live, but absolutely they will be available, and our motto is to wear it with purpose. So nothing but promoting a positive culture of nursing. So thanks for asking, absolutely. Anybody else with questions? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Throw up some questions. If not, if you watch this later or you log off and you think of something, you can send us a message, you can post it up there, answer any questions anytime. And it will be us, authentically us, that answers your questions.
You're not alone.
You're not alone.
We're here with you.
Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Have a wonderful night. Be kind to one another.
Bye.